President Obama firing back at Republicans who are threatening to block his nominee to replace Justice Scalia on the Supreme Court.
There's no unwritten law that says that it can only be done on off years. That's not in the constitutional text. I'm amused when I hear people who claim to be strict interpreters of the Constitution suddenly reading into it a whole series of provisions that are not there. Part of the problem that we have here is we've almost gotten accustomed to how obstructionist the Senate's become when it comes to nominations.
But could the fear of becoming referred to as obstructionist in an election year have some Republicans softening their position against the president? Here to discuss is Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr.
Morning, Steve. Hi.
The Republicans don't want to be the party of no, but then at the same time, they don't want the deck stacked by Barack Obama before he leaves town.
They're facing a difficult problem. A lot of conservative voters, a lot of Republican voters say, we're sick of the unconstitutional governance of Barack Obama. We don't want to engage in anything that he wants to do. And as a result, say, no, don't let his nominee come up for a vote in the Senate. But at the same time, Republican leaders, and even Chuck Grassley is changing his view a little bit, are saying, listen, there he is right there. I would wait until the nominee is made before I make any decisions. In other words, take it a step at a time. This is a very serious position to fill, and it should be filled and debated during the campaign and filled by either Hillary Clinton, Senator Sanders, or whoever's nominated by the Republicans. Well, he's saying two things. First, he's saying, well, let the future president do it, but at the same time, he's saying, we'll take it a step at a time. Republicans are stepping it back because they don't want to be seen as obstructionists. They don't want to be harassed by editorial boards or commentators like me yesterday that said, listen, step it back, recalibrate it. The smart thing to do is, if the president has someone, then look at that person. Either decide to do a hearing or not. Once you do the hearing, decide whether to consent or not to that nomination or not. But let the process go forward, because that's what the American people are going to want in the end. No matter how angry they are, no matter how much damage they think this president has done, he's right. He's president for this next year, and we kind of have to put up with it.
So, in other words, your suggestion to the Republicans is, okay, if he has a name, then decide whether or not to have the hearing, and then at the end of the hearing, vote.
Absolutely. Of course this is political on behalf, on the part of this
both ways.
President. He wants the issue rather than have an actual person to fill the 9th seat. In some ways, it's a win-win for him. Even if he doesn't get Senate consent to his person, it becomes a robust political tool for the entire year. Now, I thought that if he really wanted to fill that 9th seat, he could have made a recess appointment. Some people would have been upset. It's been done in American history, and say, I'm making a recess appointment because I believe that the Supreme Court should be fully occupied with justices. I don't want a deadlock. I want justice to be done going forward. He didn't do that. He said, well, in due time, I'm going to pick somebody, and we're going to have a political fight, and I'm going to enjoy it. He enjoyed that press conference yesterday. I'm saying to the Republican leadership, back off now. Say, okay, send whoever you want over. We'll deal with it in due time, the same way you're dealing with it in due time. That's the way to do it. That's a win-win for everybody, and it's a win-win for the voters and for America. We need the Supreme Court. It's kind of important.
It kind of is. We heard that yesterday. All right, Peter, thank you very much.
Good to see you.